and I realized, like, wait, what is that sound? I heard like a ringing, and I was like, I can't see anything, bro. All I see is white. I tried to I was like, oh, I'm getting electrocuted right now, bro. And I tried to get off, and I couldn't move. Rules over here. Took roids. Now you're jacked. Whatever floats your boat, bro. I ain't gonna knock it. Although I feel like if you're gonna juice up, at least fucking admit it. Don't fucking add to the misleading stigma. Like the whole of fucking social media. You know, people are like, yeah, you just do this, I have a special workout, do this workout, you'll look jacked like me. And they're like fucking shooting needles up their ass every day, you know? Yeah, you left out the big part where, you know, you're fucking pumping steroids like a maniac. And it's fucked up because so many people think like, that shit's not. Yes, I was gonna say Sam Sulek, because he openly admits it, right? He's just like, yeah, I'm juiced, it is what it is. Sam Sulek was talking about like, fighting or whatever. He was like responding to a clip or something of somebody who's like 150 pounds saying they could beat up like a 300-pound gym head or whatever. And he's like, I'll be honest, bro. If I got that much weight on them, I think I might be able to get them. I don't think I can outfight them. Like, if they get me down, I'm kind of be fucked because I'll pull something or whatever. All I know is he made a comment about how he can't move unless he wins the fight instantly. Like, he's fucked because he's so unmobile. He can't even get his shirt off, that guy, because he's so jacked. Like, he can't reach his back. Like, bro, you literally walks around like this. Like, that's I would never want that, dude. I lost weight. I'm so happy I did. I like being small, man. I want to stay this way. All right, if you lose it by like working hard, the excitement that gives you, the motivation, it goes a long way, man. Yeah, a sense of pride and ego. Like, when I first lost my weight and I was talking about how much I used to eat, which was like nothing, and I was like doing like no carbs, and people would be like, I don't understand, like low carb rather, and they'd be like, I don't understand, how do you have like so much energy? And it's because, bro, happiness is energy. Like, people really misunderstand the concept of carbs or energy. Like, you don't go eat a bowl of pasta and then suddenly be like, wow, I'm ready to take on the world. It doesn't work like that. Carbs are energy for people who are like in a gym working out or like fighting, you know, or working, you know, blue collar work where like you're in the heat sweating your ass off all day. Yeah, you need the carbs for energy for that. But outside of that, dude, just feeling good and being happy is a better energy source. Caffeine, yeah, caffeine's fine. Caffeine works. That too. But at the same point, if you're unhappy, dude, that's such an energy drain. Like, insane energy drain. It's definitely all tough. It's all tough. But that's why, like, losing weight, if you could really get into a good, healthy, exercising, you know, habit, it just benefits you in so many other ways. Because you feel good about it, then in return, you feel happy about it. You start seeing gains, you know, or whatever, losses, if you're trying to just lose weight, whatever it is, motivate you to keep going more. And then you feel happier. You have more energy, and it's easier to keep doing it. You know, it's a successful snowball. Anything that successfully snowballs is just great. That's the thing. Not eating doesn't work for everybody, man. It's also definitely a big thing when it comes to like losing weight is just being aware that what works for you doesn't work. It's not going to work for everybody else. For some people, it's just they can't do it, bro. They're not going to without something like, you know, Ozempic or whatever. I've eaten like a stray dog for the past 25 years, so it's not like you eat a lot. Why? Are you saying you're big? What'd you say? 4 or 5 years of working out, I've hit the spot. I like my size. I'm trying to keep it there, but the age makes it harder. What's the spot? Like an average weight? Or like thin, because that too, it's different for everybody, bro. Not everybody's ideal weight is different. Like the most important thing to me, my motivator is a flat stomach, which I recently lost because I started getting lazy. I got that little bit of a little tiny belly coming back. When you're at that point where you just look down and it's just flat, dude, it's a good feeling. Yeah, it's hot, bro. The main thing is, well, you could even have a six-pack and still have a belly. That's why it's such a hard thing. Losing a belly is like fucking hard, bro. You really have to cut it. You have to eat lean. That's what it comes down to. Like, the main thing is eating fucking super lean. If you're trying to really lose that little bit of fat at like the bottom of the belly, it's not easy. And there's no workout that's gonna do it. That's the thing, you know. Like, there's so many fake videos of people being like, yeah, you want the six-pack, flat stomach, you know, do these, you know, leg raises and all these crunches and whatever. That doesn't do it, bro. You would just have to. It's the diet that gets you your stomach for sure. And again, it comes down to just eating lean. You know, cut out fatty foods, even, you know, fried chicken. You need to eat grilled chicken if you really want to get that last step towards that flat belly. And it sucks because, like, for me, I hate grilled chicken, bro. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, to everybody it's different. You know, some people, not everybody wants to look like a fucking little girl, you know. Some people want to look big and manly. Big shoulders, you know, decent, you know, more sized. So they don't care about having like that really flat stomach or whatever. Everybody has different goals. Walking definitely helps too. Oh, industrial electrician. I don't remember that. You know I'm an electrician, right? Did we ever talk about that before? Maybe I forgot. Dude, it's because you're an electrician. That's why, bro. You can't be thin as an electrician. It's fucking hard, dude. Oh, we did talk about it? Okay. I've met a lot of electricians in BDO, not gonna lie. And I recommend it to everybody. I always say, bro, it's like the perfect gig for ADHD. It's the perfect blue-collar work, man. It's such a good job. But it's hard, dude. When I was working full-time, like, you really... It's so tempting to just eat as often as possible. You know, you work up an appetite, and then you're like, all right, I got time to eat. Let me eat as much as I possibly can. You know, it's so hard to stay disciplined. That's when I got really big. I used to be like 200 pounds as an electrician. Now I'm 160 right now. I want to get down to like 150. By Christmas, I want to get down to 150. I got to lose like 10 pounds, which I'm going to do. Oh, okay. That was more my speed. Yeah, I was a commercial and residential electrician. Residential and industrial. Residential and commercial. Now, mostly just residential. Talking about electricians that get electrocuted. I mean, it also depends, right? Like, yeah, if you're doing industrial stuff like Zafin, I'm assuming you don't ever get electrocuted. Because I'm guessing that usually will mean you're going to be dead. So you don't want that to happen. You know, commercial and residential, it's very easy to do something and get yourself shocked because you're trying to save time or whatever. I actually, since I started again, over the past like year or two, working like part-time, I have yet to get shocked, which is crazy to me. Especially because, like, I always, you know, I'll always work live. I used to get shocked a lot back in the day. Bro, I worked in this huge-ass 150 kV transformer station. No idea what you call them in the U.S., but you get electricity. Yeah, if you get... So I'm saying, you're on industrial stuff, you don't get the option to... It's not an option. You know, if you get electrocuted, you're fucking fucked. It's a whole different thing. Like, commercial and residential, you're working on stuff that... voltages that aren't going to kill you. I kind of, like, I'm nervous when I do it because I'm like, I haven't got shocked in so long, you know? What if it's not... as little as I remember, you know? What if I'm like, ow, like, I don't remember, it's been so long. I mean, I used to just be at a point where I was just like a normal thing, I didn't give a fuck, but now it hasn't happened so long, I am nervous. Yeah, high amps are no joke. I don't know if I ever told you the story, but like, Zafin, when I started, I was like 6 months into electric, and I was working at a, I don't remember, but a hotel, and commercial stuff. And I was in the ceiling in their like kitchen, not like an apartment's kitchen, but like the cafeteria's kitchen or whatever. I just remember we were adding outlets or something, and I was tying them in a box in the ceiling. I still to this day don't know how I got caught, but I know why I got caught, because I was such a noob at the time, you know, again, 6 months in. I didn't realize that leaning on the grid, having my arm on the wall, I had the cable, the BX cable, the MC cable lying across my neck. I was grounded out in so many different ways. And then something, I guess I touched something live somewhere, I don't know how, but I was like thinking about like other stuff while I was working. And then all of a sudden, I was like daydreaming so heavily, and I realized like, wait, what is that sound? I heard like a ringing, and I was like, I can't see anything, bro. All I see is white. I tried to like, I was like, oh, I'm getting electrocuted right now, bro. And I tried to like get off, and I couldn't move. And I couldn't see, and I just heard the buzzing, and I was standing on the top of an 8-foot ladder, and I was like, I think I just gotta throw myself off. So I just kicked my legs out to fall out of the ceiling. Thankfully, it worked. I fell on my ass and busted my shit up, but I was alright. And the guy I work with was like, bro, maybe you just fell off the ladder and you think you got shocked. And I was like, yo. I was like, what did you hear? He's like, I heard somebody yelling. And then, like, I was like, yeah, and then how longer after that did you hear me fall? And he was like 10 seconds or something. And I was like, yeah, bro, I yelled because I was, like, struggling, like, rah, like, trying to pull myself off, but I couldn't. And then I decided I have to fall. So those two things did happen at separate times. He was like, oh, shit. And, yeah, that was, after that, it's, like, little shocks are, like, a little, they're, like, nothing, like, because that one sucked. And I guess it was also because maybe whatever, I still don't know how I got caught, though, which is the craziest thing to me. Because when he went up there, he said, you know, I already spliced everything and put the wire nuts on it. Yeah, the main lesson from that is focus on the task at hand. And good thing I learned that sooner than later, because that's a good thing to remember. Yeah, I heard someone yelling. Well, yeah, and then I fell, and then I just yelled, Anthony! And then that was me calling out for him. I wasn't even sure what was happening. I was just, as soon as I hit the ground, I was just like, Anthony! And then he came running over. Like, my fingernails were all broken. My elbows were black and blued, like, all over. And my ass, like, my thighs, the back, were fucking 2 huge bruises. Because I guess I fell through the ceiling and then hit the ground. I don't know. Or when I hit the ground, I guess my elbows hit the ground and absorbed a lot of the weight, pressure, or whatever. But it was rough. It is. It is. It's on them for letting me do something like that live. But I was the type to just say yes. You know, like I had that like built in my head, which albeit is a bad habit, but it also is a good habit because you know what, man, you say yes to everything, people like you, and you get further faster. But you could also fuck up royally. Fun times though.